In the later chapters of the book of Job, Job insists on his innocence and earnestly seeks to argue his case before God. However, when God finally appears, he does not address Job's claims directly, but instead speaks of his own greatness and sovereignty. Indeed, Job did not suffer because he had sinned, yet God justifies Job's suffering solely through his divine authority. Job, overwhelmed by God's majesty, falls to his knees and repents. From a human perspective, Job seems deeply wronged. God's greatness is undeniable, but it is also true that Job was innocent. Would Job not have felt a sense of injustice? Was he truly satisfied with God's overwhelming and forceful response? My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. Job 42:5. Through this confession, we can sense something of Job's heart. Yes, Job encountered God. The Lord revealed himself to Job personally. For a Christian, this encounter is profoundly moving. Even today, countless believers pray to hear God's voice, to see his face, to perceive God with our senses. Perhaps this is the deepest longing of Christians everywhere. And Job's desire to argue with God? Perhaps it wasn't just about defending himself. Perhaps, deep down, he wanted to know whether God was truly there. In the midst of overwhelming trials and relentless condemnation from his friends, Job may have feared that God had abandoned him altogether. And so, even if it was irreverent, even if he had to challenge God face to face, he cried out for God to show himself. And in that moment, God did come. And for Job, that alone was enough. It was the answer he longed for. Just as we, in times of suffering, sometimes question whether God is truly there, Job's healing came not from a change in circumstances, but from the overwhelming experience of meeting the living God.